but today, Pilates, we're gonna need a little book and a water bottle as props. If you have a band, a light band, you're gonna grab that as well to get ready. And why don't we go ahead and have a towel handy. So there are a few things that we're gonna be using to make this workout just a little bit more dynamic and interesting, but you don't have to have or use any of them as well. They're just options. So starting seated, let's just warm up the spine. Feet together, knees a little bit wider than your hips, hands hold behind your thighs, and you're just gonna round the spine to go back and bring yourself up to sitting. Let's do 3 more, please. So you can either continue, or if you do have a band, you're going to place it around your thighs, just above the knees. And then you're going to pull wide, engaging the outside of the legs. Heels are pressing together. And again, you don't have to have a band, but you are just thinking of really firing up the legs. So rolling back, 5 more this time. And sitting up. Roll back. And up. Now, water bottle. Again, this is an option. And how big your water bottle is, or if it's even full of water, but maybe just having something to hold on to will be good. So we're gonna roll back, holding on for support. You're gonna lift the right arm up towards the ceiling and lower it down. 5 total, so we've got 4 more. Abs are on, legs are pulling wide. Heels are pressing together. Last one, please. And come all the way up to sitting, readjusting the legs as needed. Left side, total of 5 times. And coming all the way up to sitting. All right. Bend off and to the side. We're going to go ahead and roll all the way down, keeping the knees bent, reaching the arms back overhead, anchoring the chest down, pressing your back flat into the mat, and then bringing your arms up. Hold at the thighs, nod the head yes, and bring yourself up to sitting. Reach for the feet, and then sit up nice and tall. Roll back, nice and slow. Anchor your back, pressing it flat into the floor. Arms stretch up, nod the head yes. Take hold of the back of the legs as you come up and reach for the feet. You can continue doing this modified version, or you can extend your legs to straight. Reaching forward as you roll back, controlling all the way down to the mat. Pressing your back flat into the mat, arms up, nod the head yes, engaging the abdominals, squeezing your legs together, and reach. Sitting up nice and tall, round your spine. Slowly rolling down. Pressing your back flat into the floor. Up, nod the head yes, roll up, stretch, and sit up. So take a little break. If you need to readjust, please do so. Otherwise, maybe now we're going to add that towel. So you're going to pull apart, wrists stay straight, you're reaching through your knuckles,
Breathe. Shoulders up to the ears and then relax them down so they stay away from the ears the whole time. Roll back slowly. Anchor the back. Ease the arms to stretch. Bring them up. Nod the head yes. Cinch in the waist. Legs are squeezing together. And you come up and you reach. There's a lift of the ribcage up off the thighs as you're reaching towards the feet, and you sit up tall. Let's do 4 more. Nice breathing, toning all of the muscles of the body. Big stretch as you roll up. And last one. Sitting up nice and tall. Towel off to the side. Bending the knees, easing yourself down. We'll get ready for the hundreds, and so you might be modifying if you just know that that's going to work for your body today. And so hands will be behind the head, knees bent. You'll curl up with the head and the chest and lower down. Just check in with the upper body. Curl up and lower down. If it feels all right in your body, you're going to extend your legs to straight, or maybe keep one knee bent. Curl up, breathe, reach your fingertips towards your toes, and you'll pump. Pumping the arms, inhaling for 5 beats of the arms, exhaling for 5 beats of the arms. If you can, you're going to hover the extended leg, cinching in at the waist. Breathe. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have one leg extended, you're going to switch. And if at any time you need to take a break, you'll just lower down and hug your knees in towards your chest. Good quality of form and movement. And if you'd like, you could lower both legs, inhaling and exhaling. Now, if this hurts your back or feels weird for any reason, you'll bend the knees, lower the head down, take a break. Otherwise, keep going. Inhaling and exhaling. You've reached 100. If you didn't do any modifications and you're done, great. If you took a break, you're going to rejoin us for the last 20. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock from side to side, massaging the low back. Woo. And then the rollover, which I love. Knees can be bent. You can support with your hands if needed. But you're just going to try and lift your hips up a little bit, rolling the low spine up and over the rib cage is the goal. So if you need to support with your hands, you can do that. Okay, you can try it a couple times if you know that doesn't work for you. If you have any neck or upper back issues, you're not going to push it. You'll just maybe lift a little bit, legs up towards the ceiling. That's the beginning and most important part. If you can go bigger, you will. Arms are pressing down into the mat and you slowly control your spine down. Let's do 3 more, modified or full. Legs can be extended, knees can be bent, small lift, big move. Please pay attention to your body. Abs on. Lift the hips, thighs up over the chest. If you need to modify, support your hips with your hands. Widen the legs, reach through your heels, and slowly control your spine down to the mat. Legs together, roll over. Widen, slowly control down. Last time, please. That was a rollover. Come on up to sitting. And we're just gonna, if possible, bend your knees, cross your ankles, and take a little side stretch. Left hand down on the floor next to your left side somewhere just to support you. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling and we'll side bend to the left. And as you do so, you're trying to anchor your right hip into the floor so you really have something to stretch away from. Reach yourself up towards the ceiling as you switch sides. Anchoring your left hip down as you side bend to the right. And reaching up. 2 more to each side, please. Breathing, nice fluid movement. And last one, up and over to the right. And up to sitting. A little spine twist. So again, if this is comfortable for you to sit, great. If not, you could always extend your legs to straight. Whatever works best for your body. I prefer bent knee, ankles crossed, feet close to the hips. Chest lifts and you're going to look over your left shoulder. Nice and gentle, twist to the left. And slowly through center, twisting to the right. One more to each side. And then extending your legs straight, as wide as the mat or about shoulder width apart. Spine stretch forward, arms reach out in front of the chest. Inhale, lift your ribs up out of your hips, try and get a little bit taller. And start by nodding the head yes, rounding the upper back. And continue to really reach the ribs up off of the floor as you're reaching through the fingertips and the crown of the head forward. And then sit up nice and tall. So you can relax your legs if you need to. You can bend your knees if you need to. The point is to stretch the spine. So again, lift the rib cage, nod the head yes, really try and round through the upper back as much as possible. Trying to get your ribs up off of the floor even as you're reaching forward. And sit up nice and tall. One more time. Inhale, lift the ribs. Exhale, nod the spine, rounding forward. And sitting up. Relaxing your arms down. Shake out your shoulders. And there we have that. I'm going to come on down. So, let's do a little bit of water bottle. Okay. Lay on your back, knees bent, feet lifted. We're going to bring the bottle behind the thighs. Grabbing on with both hands. Now just release the right hand. Bring that ball around to the left. Circle back around. Grab the bottle. Transfer it to the right hand. Curling up to grab it with both hands behind the thighs. See where we're going here? You lower the head and the chest as you circle the arms overhead, and then you curl up and switch.
That's what it looks like. We're gonna do 3 total more on this side, right? So we're just figuring it out. Last one. And then if you need a break, you'll take it. And then we're gonna reverse, and we'll do 5 total. So the first couple, we figured it out, then we did 3. So this side, I think it's fair to call it 5. Okay? So you're gonna curl up, hold that bottle behind the thighs, hold on to it with the right hand, release the left, circle the right arm around, pass the head, transfer to the left, curl up, breathe. You can go slow and easy. If you can't do 5, do what you can, take a break. We've got 1 more here, team. Come on up to sitting. Breathe. Circle out those shoulders. Give the head a nice little head and neck circle. Wow, wow, wow. Good stuff. Okay. And then let's go to a little bit of side body work. So let's do side lying legs. You're going to either come all the way down with your left side onto your bent left arm, creating a pillow for your head. And then legs are straight, feet are slightly in front of you, and your top leg is gonna lift hip height. Now you can hold on to support with your hand. You can increase the challenge by having your hand up on your hip. Abs are on, torso is solid, and you're gonna imagine you have a coffee cup on your top shoulder and you don't wanna spill it. So no wobbling back and forth at all, okay? Now from here, you're gonna bring that top leg forward, stretch, and bring it back, toning the glute. Bring the leg forward, abs on, and bring it back. That's the move. Let's go 5 more. Right from here, abs on tight. Try not to spill your coffee cup, perched on your right shoulder. Okay, now that top leg is going to rotate so that the kneecap points up towards the ceiling. And we're going to just take a nice easy stretch to lift the leg up and lower it down. See how that feels. See if you can go a little bit higher. We're still trying to keep the coffee cup still. That's perched on the right shoulder. So now that this is warmed up, we're just going to do 3 more. Okay? And then tiny little circles of the top leg, heel brushing past heel. 8 of them forward. And then in reverse. Good. So there's a little bit of warming up the legs. And we'll come up and switch sides. Laying all the way down. Right arm bent to support your head. Legs are straight, feet are slightly in front of you. You can use your top arm to support you, but we are trying to stay as still as possible through the torso. Top leg lifts, hip height, and you'll bring the leg forward and back. Just warm up this leg a little bit, nice and easy. Find your range of motion, taking your time. See where we are here. This side might feel completely different. So then 3 with focus on torso staying locked in. Coffee cup on your left shoulder. Toning the muscles of your left leg. Abs on nice and tight. Bring it forward, forward, forward. Abs, posture, even though you're laying down. And back, tone that glute. Bring the leg forward, stretch, and bring it back. Squeeze the glute. And forward, and back. Glute, top leg.
rotating it so that the kneecap points up towards the ceiling. Nice and easy, just see where we are here. Stretch and warm up that left hip. And then 3 more, keeping the torso solid, abs tight, coffee cup still, up as high as we can, stretch and lower it down, length, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. 8 tiny circles with that top heel, and then 8 in reverse. Nice. And go ahead and come all the way up. Okay. So, a little bit of kneeling work. Hips are forward and try and be directly above the knees. So if it doesn't work for you to be kneeling, please respect that and skip this little series part. Okay. So arms are going to be out to a T, and very slowly you're going to tip to the right. And as you do so, your right fingertips will go towards the floor, keeping your spine straight, as your left bent leg also lifts. So slowly lowering down, okay? And then almost reaching through the left fingertips as you lower the left knee and bring yourself back up. Nice little T formation with the arms. So let's try that again. Right hand reaches for the floor as the left bent leg lifts. Abs are on tight. Bring yourself up nice and slow. So if for any reason this hurts, please sit it out. Let's go 2 more times to the right. Switching sides. Left hand lowers as the right bent leg lifts. And slowly, at least try and get it smoothly to lower down and lift back up. Oh, goodness. There we go. Taking your time. One side may be completely different than the other. Let's do one more. And then if you can, you're just going to ease your hips back towards your heels. If you can't get all the way to the heels sitting, then you'll just find a stretch if you feel any tightness around your quads or knees. But if you can, you're going to sit all the way back for just a moment. Get your breath. We are going to do some side kneeling kicks. Okay, so back up to kneeling. Right hand goes down, left leg extends to straight. Top arm is bent, hand behind the head. Breathe. Hips. And we want to try and get our hips forward to be above that knee if possible. And you're just going to lift the left leg and lower it down. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Total of 5. Taking your time. Breathe. Then we're going to lift the left leg up. Hold it as high as feels comfortable, and then we're going to go forward and back, trying and keep our engagement through our torso, abs, and back. So left leg lifts. Abs are on tight. Bring that leg forward and bring it back, toning the glute. Bring it forward and back. Glute. 5 total. Last one for me, depending on how quickly or if you're going a little bit slower, you might need a little bit more time. Bend the knee, take a little seat, breathe. We're going to do the other side next. So left hand down, right leg extends, top arm bent, hand behind the head. Abs are on, and we'll just lift that leg up and lower it down. Nice and easy. 5 here. And if you need to reposition your body, please do so. And then we'll lift the right leg up, bring it forward and back. Forward and back. 3 more, total of 5, however fast you are going, or slow. Last one. And back down. Woo! Okay, there's a little bit of side body work there. Roll out your shoulders, nice strengthening for the wrists. And then a forearm plank, please. So coming down onto bent arms, elbows pretty much right underneath the shoulders. And take a moment to just stretch the legs out. So reaching through the heel, abs are on. This is just a stretch. Getting used to being in this position, finding what is going to work for you today. For any reason it's a big screaming no, that's fine. You'll maybe just pass. Yeah, if you can, please go ahead and extend one leg and then the other. Just holding a forearm plank, abs are on tight. Shoulder blades and forearms are trying to almost pull wide as you lift your chest. Take a break as needed by just putting a knee down. If for some reason it feels better, or you would like to challenge yourself, you can come onto a straight arm, extended arm, to hold a nice little plank hover. Breathe, taking a break by bending a knee whenever you need to. And then if you would prefer a straight arm but bent knees, abs are on, trying to keep a nice full engagement through the front and back of the body. So glutes are on tight, arms are strong. Breathe. And if you need a break, you're going to take it. And if you'd like to switch it up, you're going to do so. A little bit of rocking forward and back, warming up the ankles and the wrists. Taking a little break. Coming right into a little flexion and extension of the spine. So cat-cow, round the spine. You tuck the tailbone, chin squeezing up towards the chest, rounding the back. And then switch to almost let the belly stretch, the back engages. You're looking forward and up. Tuck the tailbone, round the spine. Breathe and switch. One more. This all has been a lot of work specifically for your wrists. So if you need a break, please take it by just sitting back towards your heels and give them a little roll out and a stretch. Otherwise, please continue to challenge by coming back into your plank and hover. So one leg and then the other, strong arms, abs on nice and tight. Breathe. And you're either going to stay here and just hold this position, or increase the challenge, coming into a little Pilates leg pull. Hover your right leg, reach back through the heels, come forward onto the toes, reach back through the heel, and then switch sides. Lift, back, forward, and back, lower down. So this is a great way to work and strengthen the ankle and the feet while engaging the entire rest of your body. Just alternating from side to side. Leg pull. Bend your knees. Ooh, a little child's pose stretch. So the hips sit back to the heels. You lower your forehead towards the mat if you can and just relax into the stretch. Getting a little bit for the lats and the side of the body. Hands go to the left. And your hips push a little bit to the right. And when you're ready, you'll switch. Hands to the right, hips push just a little bit to the left. Coming back up and then onto your back. So we're going to get a little bit more of the abdominals. And this is where the book is going to come in handy. So, book on the belly, right? And it's going to help because I want you to feel like you're pulling the belly button down away from the book. So, knees are bent, hands behind the head, all right? And you're just going to curl up with the head and the chest. And then your arms are not pulling you up at all. Actually, they are there so that you can push your head back and find tension met with the arms. So you're pushing your head back into strong arms, which should light up engagement around the rib cage, the arms, the upper body, and all the way into the abdominals. So lower down, relax, reposition the body as needed. Breathe, elbows are bent. Nod the head yes. Curl up from the abs. Belly button is pulling down, trying to get away from the book, which isn't going to happen because it's right there on your belly. All right, but that's the constant, continual pulling down, pulling down, pulling down. Head is pressing back, and we're going to lift the right leg, bent knee. Breathe and lower it down, touch the toes. Belly button pulling down away from the book. Head pushing back into the hands. Touch and lift. 3 total. And when you're done, you'll lower down. Take a little break. So, a seemingly simple move, but with tons of activation. Woo. All right, left leg, 3 times total. First, abs on, you curl up, nodding the head, yes. Curling up with the shoulders. Now, belly button is trying to pull down away from the book. Hands supporting the head by pressing your head back into your hands. Now lift your bent left leg. Control, slowly lower it down. Touch and lift. Belly, head presses back. Control that leg down to touch and lift. Breathing. Oh goodness. And down. Alright, so there we have it. That's how we're getting that deep core engagement and support while getting some mobility for the legs. Challenging your abs. Alright, so we're going to increase the challenge. If you would prefer to stay with this version that we just started with, please go ahead. Otherwise, let's see if we can get abs on. Head pressing back, arms strong. Hover the right bent leg and then the left. Belly button's pulling down. Head's pressing back. Right leg is going to lower to touch and lift. Left leg lowers to touch and lift. Right, lift, left, and lift. It should feel like every muscle in your body is working. If we can, 2 more to each side, otherwise take a break. Belly button's pulling down, head is pressing back, breathing. Woo! Wowzers. Back off to the side. Nicely done. Roll onto the stomach. Get that back body engaged. Arms are going to be bent, one hand on top of the other. Creates a little pillow for your forehead. You just rest it down on the back of the hands. Legs are out long behind you. We're going to start by pulling the belly button up away from the floor. Just the belly button, and see how that engages and slightly changes the position of the back and the hips. So it's relaxed, completely relaxed. You can see by my hand. When I pull my belly button up, it lifts, engages those muscles, and engages my glutes. It's a small movement, but important. Give it a try. So the belly button is staying up off the mat if possible, with a sensation of pulling up. And then you're going to tone your right glute. More glute, more abs, and you lengthen that right leg just to lift it. And lower down. Whew. Let's go. 2 more. Right leg. Abs on. Belly button's trying to get up off the floor. Tone that right glute and hamstring. And lower down. Last one. Right side. Abs, glute. Right leg is reaching long and lifting up. All right. Left leg. Total of 3 times. Slow. Abs, glute, hamstring. Nice and easy. Last one. Abs, glute, hamstring, lift that leg. Woo! And down. All right. Upper body. A slight engagement of those glutes, abs, nice and easy. And you're just going to lift the head and the chest, keeping the arms down, and lower. Head and chest. Lift, head and chest, and lower. And then one more time, so we're just getting mobility. And lower. Lift up and reach your right arm forward. Breathe. And if you can stay lifted, you'll switch arms. Right arm is down, left arm reaches forward and up. Good. If you need a break, you'll lower your head and your chest. Glutes are on, back is strong. Right arm is lifting forward and up. Nice and easy. And all the way down. This time, arms stay bent, hands stay super glued to the forehead. Full back body engagement as you just lift arms, face, throat, and barely the chest up and gently down. Just a little hover to start, and then see about lifting the head, chin up a little bit more if that feels okay in your body. Take your time, check in, relax, and then engage. Glutes. Think of these 2 rope-like muscles on either side of the spine, your back extensors. All right? So you lift your arms, hands are staying at the forehead. Strong back muscles, and if you can, you'll lift your chin up, look forward slightly, and lower down. You should feel this working in the back as muscular strengthening work. If there's any pinching, numbing, owie feeling of any kind, take a break, okay? Respect any injuries, surgeries, issues you might be having right now. Otherwise, if you can, we're gonna go a little bit more by adding the legs. So, upper body, arms, face, throat and chest, hover up off the floor. Now we're gonna add that right leg, toning the glute, hamstring, hover that leg, lower it down, left leg, and lower. If you need a break, take it. Otherwise, keep the head and the chest lifted. Right leg, down, left leg, and down. Right leg, can we add the left? Both legs, same time. Glutes are strong, head and the chest are lifted, and lower down. Whole lot of back body work happening here. Again, body float up the face, arms, throat, chest, both legs. Increase the challenge if you can or want to by extending your arms and reaching them forward. And lower back down. 2 more times. Either keeping the arms bent as you lift the head, the chest, the legs, or extending the arms to straight. And coming in and down. Take a break if you need it, otherwise, last one. And gently down, and let's go ahead and come into a child's pose stretch. So you're bending the knee, easing your hips down towards your heels, and then lowering your chest down to your thighs. Forehead to the mat, arms are stretching out long in front of you. Super, there we have it. A little bit different, a few little things to try, but hopefully you got some nice breathing work, full body engagement, and had a little bit of fun. Thanks. Bye.